Car Obsession is proudly supported by Carly, the IBD reader, and exchangebycar.co.uk. The details of both are in the video description. For a limited time only, use Car Obsession 10 discount code to get 10% with Carly. Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to another walk around. This time I'm joined by the very blue Ford Focus ST Edition. So, as always, I will take you around the car, talk you through the specification and give you my first impressions. Now, before I continue, I do want to say it is rather windy today, so if the audio is compromised, I can only apologise. But yes, anyway, enough about the weather. Yes, the Ford Focus ST Edition. Now, this is really a special edition to kind of see out the pre-facelift of the Focus. The facelift is now among us. I'm pretty sure you can order it now. So yes, as you can see, this is the pre-facelift and this is a kind of last hurrah. Now, if you're expecting more power, you will be disappointed because the 2.3 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder engine still offers the same 280 horsepower and 420 newton meters of torque that you get in the standard Focus ST. So what is new? Well, for starters, the Azura Blue paintwork is new. Now, it looks quite light on camera. In real life, it is a little bit darker, but yes, the camera lens does pick it up as more of a sky blue, almost a baby blue actually. But yes, in real life, the blue is a bit darker. You also get these new alloys as well, which are lighter compared to the standard Focus ST. These are 19 inches, and as you can see, well, as you can hopefully see, they are wrapped with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres, which are very sticky. I do love Michelin. And I also like the alloys because they look fantastic. They contrast the Azura Blue paintwork very, very nicely. Speaking of contrasts, you've also got black door mirrors and also a black roof, which leads onto a rather chunky rear spoiler. And of course, you've got the gloss black detailing and the two exhausts. So you may be thinking, is that it? Just new alloys and a nice bit of paint? No, this also comes as standard with KW coilovers, which are adjustable. There's I think it's 12 settings for the compression and 16 for the rebound. I may need to correct myself with a subtitle, but yes, you get KW coilovers as standard. So think of this more as a handling edition of the Focus ST as opposed to more power. Am I disappointed that there isn't a power increase? Honestly, yes. Although this has plenty of power to be getting on with, I think Ford could have just tickled the engine a little bit to eke a bit more power out of it, maybe up to 300 horsepower, and I think that would have been quite nice. Of course, this is front-wheel drive, but you do get an e-LSD as standard. Yeah, I think this is kind of a missed opportunity. That may sound harsh because this is a very good car in its own right, but seeing as it looks like we're not going to get a Focus RS anytime soon, perhaps this could have filled a Focus RS shaped hole, but hey, that's merely my opinion. Now, before I waffle on too much about whether this car is or isn't a missed opportunity, let me take you inside the car. This, of course, has keyless entry, but the car is unlocked already. The inside isn't too dissimilar from your standard Focus ST. You do get some blue touches here and there, which I do rather like. The Recaro seats, which are very nice to sit in. Now, for the facelift Focus ST, Ford has moved away from the German brand and has made seats, I believe, in-house, and they may be made by someone else and just with a Ford Performance logo on them. But yes, sadly, Recaros are not standard fit in the facelift, and in all honesty, the seats in the facelift do look to be rather ugly. Their headrests kind of remind me of Jabba the Hutt's head. Very ungainly. But yeah, the inside isn't bursting with character, but it isn't a bad place to be. In fact, let me step in, get out of that wind because it is rather nasty. Now, in regard to price, I do like that. As you can see, I do have the digital display, which is rather nice. Let me take you off my little tripod. Oh, the mechanism was a bit seized. Right, let me turn on the ignition. I've got the start button down here. As you can see, it's red lettering on black, which I really like. Turn the radio off. Don't want to get done for copyright from YouTube. So the touchscreen isn't the biggest, but it does work well enough. I've got no problems with the Ford Sync 3 system. And I do like the digital display as well. I've got 4 driving modes at my disposal. Now, you do have a shortcut for sports, so you can see the little S on the steering wheel. So you can go hit that, it goes straight into sport. And as you can see, the display changes. Very nice, very sporty, very racy. I like that. But you can use the other button on the right hand side, marked mode. And in here, you'll find, just get that to focus. It's just having difficulty because it's, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I know it would have been a bit annoying. So you've got racetrack, which, as it says, is for racetrack only. Slippery, which I would argue is kind of pointless, in a Focus ST at least. And of course, you have a normal mode, so all pretty straightforward. In regards to other features, I've got climate control, or dual zone climate control. I've got front and rear parking sensors, as well as a reversing camera. Very handy indeed. Heated front seats, heated steering wheel, which on a day like today is welcome because it is rather cold. And yes, you do get a lot of kit. Now, you may be asking, how much is this car? Well, this is, compared to a standard Focus ST, this has a premium of £2,500, meaning it's a little under £36,000. More specifically, I believe it is £35,785. In fact, I do actually have the spec sheet to my left-hand side, so I can cheat. Yep, there we go. £35,785, which does seem like a lot of money for a Focus ST, but sadly, the new car market, cars are just silly money. So yeah, that's kind of a reflection. That's a sign of the times. I do also have a head-up display. You just see it rise up there, which is a nice, handy feature. It's just, whilst I've got the engine on, let's just give it a few blips. Let's just have a look to see. Okay, the oil is a little bit cold, so I won't go mad. Oh, I don't think the exhaust note changes much in sport. Let's have a look. Oh, that does sound good. A nice meaty engine. Yes, the 2.3 litre is not a bad unit at all. Now, let's speak about the boring things, but important things, particularly if you're going to be using this as a daily car, and that is practicality. So the door bins are of a very good size. I believe that bottle is a litre. No, it's not, sorry. I lied to you. It's 750 millilitres, but I reckon you could probably fit a litre bottle in there. You could squeeze it in there. You've also got fabric lining, which is quite nice. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit of space left over. So, yes. Good marks there for Ford. I've got a wireless phone charging pad as standard. I'm pretty sure I've got a wireless phone charging pad, actually. I need to cheat. I need to look at the spec sheet. So I could be wrong. Maybe this hasn't got a wireless phone charging pad. I could have sworn it had. Can't see it on here. I thought it said wireless phone charging, but by the looks of it, it doesn't. But I do have a 12-volt socket and 2 USB ports as well. You got this area here, which you can either cover up, although that does feel a bit cheap and nasty. And as you can see, you can customise these to fit the size of your cup or bottle. So, for example, I've got this rather small, slim bottle, and I can really clamp it in place. I like that. Clever touch. Little slot here where perhaps you can put the key. Storage underneath the centre armrest. You've got a tray where you can put some loose items, and you've got a decent amount of storage in there. I know you can't really see in there. It is a bit dark in here, and you do have a dark roof lining, which doesn't help. And of course, you do get a glove box, which offers a decent amount of space. So you've got high-vis jackets in there, nice little Ford Performance pouch. I like that, and my lunch. Well, part of my lunch anyway. So So yes, that is a good size. Getting a good driving position, get your words out, Aaron. Getting a good driving position is easy because the steering wheel, as you would expect, adjusts for rake and reach. Very easy indeed. And my driver's seat is also electronically adjustable. Unlike the Hyundai i30N, I don't have any memory functions, which is a little bit disappointing. But if you're, excuse me, if you're going to be the only driver of the car, then that isn't really going to be an issue, is it? One thing I almost forgot to mention, you do also get the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which sounds pretty good. I'm quite a fan of this sound system. Yes, it's quite nice and bassy. So I've been enjoying the sounds of Bastille this morning. So yes, all good. Right, let me step out and step into the rear. So show you rear space. Show you the motif again on the digital display. And also the Ford Performance on the touchscreen. Nice touches, I like that. Helps to give the inside a bit of character. Now, as always, the driver's seat has been set for me. I'm 6'2", so I am, of course, a taller chap. But even so, hopefully you will see I've got a good amount of space in which to step into. Lovely. So as you can see, I've got a good amount of knee room and I've got a very good amount of leg room as well. And I can really stretch out and fit my feet underneath the driver's seat. Bearing in mind, the driver's seat is set to its lowest because I always like to sit nice and low in a car. I like to be sat on the floor, even if I'm driving an SUV, which I know is counterintuitive. In regard to practicality, in the rear you do have some netting, so you can pop a magazine in here or an A to Z if you're still using such things. Let's turn the lights back on because it is quite dark. 12-volt socket down here, which is handy. Again, the door bins are of a decent size. I reckon you can fit in that same bottle I had in the front in this one with no issues. And you do get a centre armrest for added comfort, as well as 2 cup holders. And you even have a hatch where you can feed things through. I'm a big fan of that. Extra practicality. So if you go to B&Q or whatever, or you're going skiing, you can load longer items through. I'm not saying you've got to go to B&Q to go skiing or get skis. I'm just saying if you want to get long bits of wood or skis, you can do that. Of course, it goes without saying, with this being a Focus, you do get ISOFIX points as standard. So you can bring the whole family along for your hoon down a B road. Let's turn the lights off, although it is quite dark. One last thing, actually, on the practicality. You do have a hook either side where you can hang up an item of clothing, even though you can't see it because it's simply too dark. Right, step out like so. One thing I would say, perhaps I'd want the rear doors to open a bit wider, but that's me being picky. Now, as always, the boot is filled with my filming crap, but I will cut to a clip where the boot is a little less cluttered. In regard to capacity, from memory, I could be wrong, I may need to correct myself with the subtitle. It offers 378 litres, which is not class leading, but it's pretty much on par with its rivals. But you can, of course, fold down the 60/40 rear seats to give you, I believe it's 1,250 litres. You do have a hook here, which is quite handy. You can use it to hang up a bag of shopping. I think from memory there was a 12-volt socket in here, but I could be talking rubbish. In fact, I think I am talking rubbish. Could have sworn there was a 12-volt socket in here, but doesn't appear to be so. But you do have a hook on that side as well. And of course, it's the time for the pièce de résistance. Show you the engine. Bonnet release is on the passenger side. Awkward. So of course I've already gone through the horsepower with you. There we go. Would be nice if it had like a actual gas strut, but never mind. Right, let's pop that in there. So yes, here it is, the 2.3 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine which is related to the engine used in the Focus RS, the Mark III, but of course this is detuned, as I mentioned earlier, 280 horsepower, along with 420 newton meters of torque, power fed to the front wheels via a 6-speed manual gearbox. 62 miles per hour is done in 5.7 seconds, and the top speed is 155. In regards to the boring things such as fuel economy, I will drop them as a subtitle because I don't know them offhand. And let's be honest, this is a hot hatch. I'm sure your biggest concern isn't going to be how frugal this car is or how environmentally friendly it is. But yes, there we go. There is the engine. Nice Ford performance. I like that. It's very nice and warm as well. It's quite cold, so I'm quite tempted just to gather around here and just stay here to get my hands warm, but I won't. Right, just put the bonnet down, which is a bit fiddly. And there we have it, guys, the Ford Focus ST Edition. There will of course be a full review coming, as well as a point of view video as well. Hello? 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 Ah, very nice dog. Yes, if you have any questions about the Ford Focus ST, then please drop them in the comment section below. But yes, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. Hello! But yes, until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.